break, Chris shared a story about living with cerebral palsy. Now let's hear how Chris found out the hard way that photography and football can be hazardous to your health. I didn't know that. Watch.
I did an amateur night at a comedy club in Denver, and they asked me back right away, which I really had no idea how it worked, you know. It's just a kid in college.
He's just great, and I used to travel around with him on the road all the time. And this is one of the ways I got started in comedy, was by touring with Chris, taking care of him, and you know, because he's challenged, but he's not an idiot, you know. So, and it was a good way for young comics to get out on the road by going out with him and helping him out.
I was in a restaurant a while back. I started choking. I tried to get help. Wouldn't you know it? I accidentally proposed to a deaf girl. What I thought my career path was going to be in the journalism field. I wanted to be a writer and editor. I actually did some photography, believe it or not, and thank God for fast film. I actually got pretty good at it. But I remember once I was covering a football game, and the quarterback came around and I got the shot, but I got creamed, and they stopped the game. They thought I was dead or something. I just brushed myself off, got up, kept snapping pictures.
I was managing my club, and the phone rings, and Chris gets on the phone, and I didn't know him from Adam. I just hear this guy on the phone, and I couldn't understand him. I thought, is this guy drunk or what's going on? And I remember, and he kept talking, and pitching himself. And I get the manager of the club, like, yo, Donnie, check it out, listen to this guy, pick up there on the phone. This guy's hammered, man. He can't even talk. He's so loaded, you know. And I'm like, listen to yeah, sure, come in next week. And we're all waiting for him to show up, thinking, oh my God, if he's this drunk, wait till he shows up. And he shows up, and at the time he wasn't in a wheelchair, he was still walking with crutches, and he's got cerebral palsy. And I'm going, oh my God. And we just we were like so embarrassed.
In '87, I was involved in an auto accident which broke my left leg. And then during my rehabilitation, I broke the same leg in a different place. And so it put me in a wheelchair, and I was working to get back into walking more with a walker. And then 7 years later, I was almost to the point of leaving the walker again, but then I had another car accident and broke my right ankle, and the combination of everything just made it real hard to walk for any distance, even with a walker.
He's been on The Tonight Show, on The Leno Show, on The Dave Letterman Show, and we're so grateful that after 7 years and a lot of playgrounds later that he's back and better than ever. Please welcome our good friend, Mr. Chris Fonseca.
I feel real fortunate to be able to do what I do and make a living at it. So anytime that I run across a worthy charity, I try to help out as much as I can, and one that I thought was really cool in many ways was the Shane's Inspiration organization.
Shane's inspiration is dedicated to creating universally accessible playgrounds that allow children with disabilities to play with their friends and siblings.
And I thought, that's something that I wish I'd had as a kid. And so I got involved. I went to Memphis. I went on a tour of Graceland. One guy kept annoying the heck out of me. He kept saying, "You look like Elvis! You look like Elvis!" I finally said, "Hey, shut up and help me off the bathroom floor." The first time I did a show, I opened for Ellen DeGeneres, and I remember at the end of the show, the club manager said, "You're checked in the office." And I protested. I said, "No, sir, I took care of my bartender. And I didn't know you got paid for this."
Chris's story should prove to everyone that you should never give up on your dreams. Next up is comedian Flip Schultz, and he's going to tell us what it's like to be the big cheese.